LeBron James intends on staying a Los Angeles Laker. I'm Sean Davis. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button and subscribe here to the channel. Your support has been incredible. We've already surpassed 10,000 subscribers here on the channel. We're trying to see if we can hit 20,000 subscribers by the time the playoffs start. You don't want to miss this content. Hit that like button and subscribe here to the channel now. Chris Haynes of Yahoo Sports reports that LeBron James does intend on remaining with the Los Angeles Lakers past the February 6th trade deadline. Again, Chris Haynes of Yahoo Sports in his Haynes briefs. Please change the hashtag, Chris, if you're watching this. But he goes on to talk about the relationships, and LeBron does seem to be content with playing next to Luka Doncic. One thing that Chris Haynes did report was that the Lakers appreciated the professionalism, I want to say was the correct word that Chris Haynes used, that was showcased by Clutch, by Rich Paul, by LeBron James, and making this process as smooth of a transition as possible, which could have been a ugly transition. It could have been, all things considered. It could have been an ugly transition where, LeBron's upset that you traded his boy, and the Lakers players internally have been pretty adamant about how they felt this team was a move or two away and at competing for an NBA championship. And that one move is not what I had in mind, and it being Luka Doncic. I've already broken down what a Luka trade means for the Lakers in terms of their future outlook, the trade deadline, what Luka provides as a player. Click that link right up there, one of the two. I don't know which side it is, but I've already talked about that. But now that you've gotten the reassurance from LeBron, reportedly the reassurance from LeBron, look, I'm here. We're going to play this thing out for the rest of the season. Obviously, I don't intend on, requesting a trade, which was a fair question to ask immediately following the trade for Luka, because you just didn't know. You just didn't know what LeBron's reaction was going to be to some blockbuster news like this. Again, you traded his boy of all people, right? LeBron has, talked about in the past, not out in the open maybe, but he's kind of vocalized how much he's wanted to play with Luka, and never really knew if it was going to materialize and actually become a possibility. He tried to get Luka under his specific brand at Nike when Luka was going through that whole debacle. So landing Luka Doncic is such a big deal. And now that LeBron is for sure locked in, he says, I'm sticking around or whatever. This does two things for you. One, okay, now we can officially go all in. Let's get this team what it needs. You have, in terms of assets, you have Austin Reeves, you have Rui Hachimura. So you have $12-ish million from Austin. You know what? Let me pull it up specifically right quick. You have Rui Hachimura's $17.5 million contract. Sorry, $17 million flat. You have Rui, $17 million. You have Austin Reeves, $12.9 million that can be traded. You have Gabe Vincent's $11 million. You have Dalton Knecht's $3.8 million, which really isn't, the salary isn't all that valuable. You're really trading Dalton Knecht because of the asset, right? That he is. You still hold, you still hold your 2031 first round pick, which it's interesting to see how much value that really has at the current moment. Now that you have Luka Doncic, and Luka will be 31 in 2031, still, seemingly in his prime at that point. So it's interesting to see how much value that'll carry at that point. You will also have Jared Vanderbilt's $10.7 million if you needed it. So I fully expect, I would damn near be shocked if the Lakers do not make another trade prior to the February 6th trade deadline. I would be stunned. I just would be. I would be absolutely stunned, because I think this team can push, and there's one particular reason why I think this team can push and make a real run. I think they can, but this team needs a real big. Jackson Hayes, I mean, okay, good job in one game against New York Knicks, but we're talking about over the course of the next 30-plus games, and then we're talking about a 16-win title run. I don't trust Jackson Hayes still in that regard. I think Jackson Hayes is perfectly fine for this team as your backup, but as your actual starting caliber 5, I have some major reservations about that. And you need probably another guard, like 3-and-D guard. So honestly, I'm looking to try to replace the Max archetype if you can. And then with losing AD, you need another big, obviously. So basically just hammering home the need that you already needed and then gain some reinforcements, if you will, for losing Max. But this is the biggest reason why I think you have a legit shot at making a run right now, right? Especially if you make another move. You try to add some of those depth pieces that you're now missing, a backup big, another guard. Both of those things would be very, very, very beneficial for you. Because now you have a playoff superpower, a scary ass playoff superpower that Bron and AD are somewhat of a challenge in themselves, right? And what I mean by playoff superpower is, so think about it this way, right? OKC's playoff superpower, SGA isolations. Houston's superpower, they have one actually, it's their defense. Actually, OKC has two, it's SGA isolations and their defense. Houston, their defense. What I mean by superpower is Denver, Jokic post-ups, Jokic Murray two-man game, etc. What I mean by superpower is it's to the point where you look at them as your matchup, you're like, damn, that we have to worry about that. Like, there's going to be an inherent worry about some things. Like, I'm not saying you get to a Memphis series, you're just not going to worry about Memphis, because Memphis, you got Jaren Jackson or whatever. But Memphis doesn't have a playoff superpower, this overwhelming capability that it will take a superhero effort to kind of overcome that, right? And you can argue the Lakers had that with Bron and AD. You can definitely argue that. But I would argue they have an even bigger superpower now, and it's that they have two of the three best supercomputers on the planet, in the NBA right now, and LeBron James and Luka Doncic. So, and then now Austin Reeves goes from being easily your second best playmaker to easily being your third best playmaker. And I think Austin's fine. I think Austin's actually, no, he's better as fine. He's better than fine as a playmaker. He's actually a really good playmaker. But he is like, he's not close to the comparable to the playmaker that Luka Doncic and LeBron is. And running spread pick and roll with those guys, there's not a coverage on the planet you can run against LeBron and Luka in a playoff setting that they won't already have the answer for. And yeah, the defense is going to be a concern as of right now. But as of right now, you have a superpower that nobody else in the league has your specific superpower, in terms of the Lakers can just overwhelm you now with pick and roll playmaking, pick and roll scoring with Austin, LeBron, and Luka Doncic. That is scary. That is a very, very scary sight. I'm glad. I mean, obviously, I'm very, very happy that LeBron is saying that he's going to stay. He does not intend on requesting a trade or anything along those lines. Because now you add some pieces around the margins, you can be scary. You can do something incredible this summer. Anthony Davis, really quickly. Love you, man. One of my favorite players to ever wear a Lakers jersey. Obviously, you guys know I've had a Lakers jersey. I've swapped it out for the Paolo jersey. Not because of the trade. I've actually swapped it out a little while ago because Paolo came back and wanted to celebrate his return. Now, the Magic have been absolutely terrible since I've done that. But besides the point, AD is the Laker legend. I definitely don't think he gets a statue. I think AD probably, because of how they treat their stars, I think AD probably gets a jersey retired. But I don't know. It'll be kind of interesting to see how that plays out. But love AD, man. A Laker legend, an LA legend. And glad that like he seems like he's gonna be happy in Dallas. Like there isn't any weird beef or whatever going on in Dallas. With AD, seems like he's gonna be content there, and I'm happy for him. So, Laker fans, wow, we're still doing our trade deadline preview. I'm gonna be recording that tonight with my guy Corbin Ford. That'll drop sometime tomorrow, and then Thursday we'll be having our trade deadline special. We'll be live for 3 hours here on the channel, 8 a.m. Pacific time. So bright and early, get your coffee, turn us on the way to work. Bright and early, 8 a.m. Pacific to 11 a.m. Pacific. And then any trades that happen at the buzzer, we'll have trade breakdowns here on the channel for you guys. So make sure you hit that post notification bell and subscribe here to the channel. A lot of great support from you guys recently. You guys have no idea how much I appreciate it. Bet on myself, bet on yourself as well. As always, guys, go Lake Show. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.